I'm Elle and I'm from elleseesyou.net. Today I'm going to show you just one way of how to do a basic eyeshadow look. And whether you are just going back to school and you want to try out this makeup thing and do this eyeshadow and all this, or if you have always wondered how to do eyeshadow, today I'm going to show you just one basic technique on how to do that. And since I know that some of us don't want to invest a lot because we are brand new to beauty, or whether you're on a budget or whatever the case may be, I'm going to keep everything under $5 per item to make it really, really affordable. Now the products that I'm going to use, you don't have to use them at all. These are just some suggestions. I thought you guys might like this. So use the colors that will work for you. I try to keep stuff that's going to work for school, that will work for work, and it's going to look great on picture day. So if you like this look that I have, then keep watching. The first thing I'm going to do is apply an eyelid primer or an eyeshadow primer. This is completely optional. You don't have to do this at all. I'm doing this because it's great if you're dealing with a shadow that is not as pigmented and you want it to pop a little bit. So the one that I'm using that is under $5 is from e.l.f. And all you have to do for this is I like to apply it on a clean finger first, but you can apply it onto the lid and then you will just take a clean ring finger and kind of dab that in all over, anywhere that the shadow is going to be. Now when it came to what I wanted for the eyeshadows, it was hard to find something under $5 that had good quality pigmentation, something that I know you guys would love. So what I'm sharing is going to be around $3. It's $2.99. And it is these from Wet n Wild, these eyeshadow trio. Love these. So they're around $2.99. If you check in your Sunday papers, every so often they'll do like a buy one, get one half off to save you even more money. So these come in a variety of colors. You don't have to use any of these shades that I've picked out. I just thought that you guys might be interested in these because they do have some colors that will work for everybody. So the first one I have this is a classic and very, very light. And in fact, this is what I was going to do the tutorial with, but you can't see it at all. It just didn't show up. So this is Walking on Eggshells. So you can see really great, and I like it because it's a little bit faded, but it shows exactly where it goes. So this says brow bone, and then it says the crease, and then you have the eyelid. So it helps take the guesswork, plus there's information on the back. It does come with a brush, and it does come with like a little sponge tip applicator. I don't really use those, but you can. And then you have, if you have a little bit of a darker skin tone, you've got this one. This is the one I'm going to be using today. Sweet as Candy. You can use this one, but these are just kind of neutral pink colors. Now comes the brushes. What brushes are we going to use for this? Can you find brushes that are actually good at the drugstore? And you can. This is from the e.l.f. $3 professional line. So this is just called an eyeshadow brush. I like this because it's flat, so it's great at applying colors, but it also has a bit of a tapered, pointed edge to it. We're going to apply the color all over the lid, and we want to do that as opposed to sweeping it on, because if you sweep on the color, it's going to get everywhere. You'll have that fallout. I've seen that, and no matter what kind of eyeshadow you use. So by tapping it on or placing it on, it'll really help. So you can use a clean ring finger and go into, we're going to go with the pink shade first. So we're going to go in like this, tap off the excess, and place it on the lid. And we just want this on the lid. We're not going any higher than our crease. Our crease is that orbital bone that you can feel right here with your finger. Another option, if you have bigger eyes and you want to use it, is the e.l.f. C brush. Looks like this. It's $3 as well, and you can see it's a bit bigger and it has more of that fine edge to it. Now we're going to go in and apply some color to our crease. I'm sure you've heard about that term anytime you've seen an eyeshadow tutorial. For some of you, the pink might just be fine, or you just want to leave it as it is, but if you want to add some depth and dimension to the eye, we're going to apply some color here in the crease. Again, that's that orbital bone. So essentially you would want to go from where your eyebrow kind of ends. So say mine really should go out a little bit further, so about here, to where it begins. For whatever reason, my eyebrows should grow in right here, but they don't on this eye. So to about here, we're going to apply that brown color in what's called, you can call it a rainbow shape, you can call it the windshield wiper motion. I'm going to go into the brown color, tap off the excess, and go into and deposit that color. Just back and forth like that. We can't leave it like this because it's kind of obvious there's a brown rainbow right in your crease. So what you need to do is to blend it out. And the biggest mistake that I see people make is they use the exact same brush that they use to apply the crease color with. And all they're going to do is just take that color and redeposit it over and over. It's not going to really blend, and it's going to end up looking muddy. So for that, I would suggest getting another brush. This is not my favorite, I'll be honest. This is just a $1 brush from e.l.f. But I was trying to look through my brushes, and this is all I had, but this is all I have, but this is a crease brush. I like to use a bit more of a fluffy blending brush, but what I'm going to use instead is that brush that we just used, the contour brush. I know, you just said you can't use the same brush. What I'm going to do is clean this. Now normally with cleaners, I'm sure you've seen tons of videos on the different ways you can clean a brush. We're going to clean this quickly in a hurry. And what you're going to do is go to Party City or the Halloween store, since it's about that time here when I'm filming this, and pick up one of these. These are sponges that you would use with costume makeup or Halloween makeup to deposit like black color or paint to make it, face paint that is, to make it look like you have a scruffy beard, you know, like you see people do that. You know what I'm talking about. So pick one of these up, but we're not going to use it as a sponge. We're going to use it to quickly clean the brush. So you're just going to wipe it back and forth, and there's powder flying everywhere. You can see that shadow flying everywhere. It's going to get rid of that color. I'm going to go into that color, move it back and forth. I'm going slowly here so you can see it. And I'm going to slowly move that color out towards my brow bone. Not all the way up to my brow bone, but slowly move it out. So I want like an ombre effect, a faded effect. It's going to be the darkest at the crease and then slowly fade out to the lightest brown possible. And that's going to give you that depth and dimension. So I'm going to go back and forth like this into the color, and I'm going to move it out. And that's going to help blend it. Another technique that I like to do is the small little circles like this. I'll do counterclockwise and clockwise, and I'll just move the color around like this. So I'm going to show you first the windshield wiper back and forth motions. Right here, move it back and forth, and move it slowly out. What we want to do is get rid of that harsh line. And I'll also use some small circles. This is not eyeshadow, it's just a shadow from where I'm filming it. Small circles, and I'm moving it around. Now what I like to do is define this outer V a little bit. So I'll go in with either brush that I shared. Whoops. This one, I'll go in with either one of these brushes and make kind of like a greater than, less than sign depending on the eye that you're on. And I'll go through and put a little bit on this outer corner here and meet it up at the top. A little bit there, a little there, a little there. Clean off your brush and blend it out. This one I just do a side to side motion. We want a little bit onto the lid here, and we want some into the crease here, but we don't want to go into this brown because this is going to be a little bit of a darker brown. Then I'll take my eyeshadow brush, the flat brush that we use to apply the pink color, go into that brown and apply it underneath the lash line. This is just so much more natural looking and not nearly as harsh as if you were to just completely just scrawl your eyes with eyeliner. It looks so much better. And you can actually use a Q-tip for this one. e.l.f. makes a smudge brush that you can get that looks like this to kind of get the same effect. Make sure it meets the corner. We're going to go into this brow bone shade right here and just put this underneath our brow bone. I know people do and I'm tapping off the excess. I know everybody does their brows differently, so after I do my brows and I get them how I want, some people use concealer, I'm just going to use this here just underneath the brow bone and a little bit the inner corner. I'm going to curl my lashes, apply some mascara, apply some liquid liner to the top, and then you'll see the entire eye look. So that is my eyeshadow look, just one basic way to do it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you try this out and you like it. Just be sure to hashtag me. I'm ellesees on Instagram. I'm elleseesyou on Twitter. So follow me, tag me. I want to see what you guys come up with, and whatever colors it is, have a great year if you're going back to school, and have a great day. Be safe, behave, and be well. Lavelle. Bye.